Well, this is what's been happening in the life of the dog. I took about an hour and 15-minute nap, and then kids playing outside and people driving down the street, coming home from work and stuff like that woke me up. I was a little bit upset because of the noise, and some of us like to pass out midday and sleep, and other people should respect that, but they don't. So I decided I would get up and go for a walk, and I did. I ended up sitting on a park bench, and I watched this dad and his daughter play catch for like, I don't know, half an hour. They were seeing how many catches they could get in a row catching it, and I waited till they got up to like a pretty good number, and then they were trying to beat their old record, but I felt like at that point me staring at them might be messing them up, so I kept walking, and then I came home. And then Grams faked on me like she always does. She told me she could not come over, or I could not come over tonight because they need privacy tonight, which is just gross. But you know how old people are. Never mind, let's not even go there. So, but I've been telling her. I mean, then she's very good. She does a whole like I'm still a toddler thing, and like it's like, oh no, you can't go play at the playground, but I've got some candy for you, one of those things. Just that. So Starlight a while ago had this spot on his back. It was like matted fur, what have you, and I cut it off, but it was kind of scary because I didn't want to cut him, but it was like a big clump of whatever. I mentioned to her, like, I need one of those like cat brushes with like the bristles. And she never got one for me. She checked and said that I don't have any old ones. And she didn't have any old ones, but then she never went and did anything about it. And so that was like 9 months ago. And I told her again the other day, I said, it grew back, and it grew back all matted again. And I said to her, he's been like complaining to me about it. I said, well, I can try to cut it off tonight, but I've been drinking a little bit and I want to cut you. Do you want me to do it tonight or some other night? And he said, no. And so I said, okay, then we'll wait. So Gramps came over and she had been doing some research on it. And apparently they get glands, and male cats have glands on their back, like right near their rump. And that happens a lot. And they also get them other places, which we're not going to talk about either. But she got cornstarch. And so I had to hold him and pet him and put the cornstarch in the hair. And then we got a special comb, just a regular comb, but a brand new one. And then I combed it and I petted him and I combed it. And so he liked it. And then I didn't have to hold him. Like she was worried, like I was gonna have to hold him and do it and stuff like that. And he was just like standing on my legs with his butt in the air, letting me cornstarch him up and comb him out. And so that was exciting. And then she trimmed off the edges a little bit while I held my finger there. So she just cut above my fingers to make sure that we didn't cut him. We got most of it out, but like in so many things that are important, they like to do it in layers. You know what I mean? You can't just like, so we're going to let it set for a day or so, and then I'll cornstarch them up again and I'll comb it out some more. And then rather than attack it too much and have it not work out well, you can take your time and do things safely, right? And so then she played some puzzle with me. Played some puzzle. We did some puzzle together, and Grams is a shit talker. And at one point, she grabbed me and she leaned over and she whispered something in my ear that was kind of like fucking scary. And so like sometimes I've said this before, like the kids threaten me and stuff like that. I'm like, you're like, oh, amateur, right? But Grams tonight, fucking, I can't even repeat what she said in my ear. She grabbed me and pulled me in close and whispered something in my ear, and then went back to shit talking really loud. And I want to say it was like, it made me realize like, yeah, I'm just gonna save that sometime for when I need it in life, and who knows, it might be like 20 years before I can drop that on somebody. But I was just like, what did you just say to me? Like, yeah, Grams. What else happened that was exciting tonight? Oh, I went outside to do some stuff, and Chester came over, Chester the cat, and I talked to him for a while. And then, he puts his paws on the front door, and so does Starlight, and they look at each other through the front door, and that was fun. And then he took off, and then Grams took off, and I'm going to take a picture of where the puzzle is right now. And then tomorrow night, I'm allowed to come over and have dinner and do some stuff. And now I'm back to old people need privacy thing. And so we're just going to end it on that note. Oh, dear God.